What's up, everybody? It is your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your granddaddy, and your favorite cousin on your daddy's side, Jay Pleasant, and welcome back to the Jay Pleasant Show. Listen, today I have the multi-talented, okay? She sings, she dances. I think she got a little acting spirit in her too. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the one and the only Brianne Johari. Yes.
Oh,
How
thank
are
you.
you
Thank
doing,
you.
lovely?
I'm good. And actually, yes, I do act. I grew up in musical theater. I have a degree in theater, so I act.
Period. I feel like I knew that. I did know that. Oh my gosh. Wait, now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm trying to think about my theater years. But I know that duh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel so stupid. Oh my gosh.
No,
Well,
it's cool.
let's go ahead and get into it. Before we start, I do have a little game for you, Brienne, okay? You
Okay.
played the game before. It's called Pass the Ox, all right? So I'm going to
Right.
give you a scenario, and then you're going to have 10 seconds to sing the song that best fits said scenario, okay?
Okay.
Real simple, real easy. All right, so listen, you are having a park car conversation with your new boo for the first time, and things are starting to get a little spicy. What song are you playing to let them know it can get lit if you want it to?
They can get lit. Um, uh, let's do it tonight. We need everything night.
All right. Hey,
Everything
who is that?
night.
That's not
That's
Usher.
Neo.
That's
For
Neo. There we
all
go.
we
There we go.
know, it might
Yeah.
not be a tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that song in a long time, but
No, for real. You unlocked a little memory for me because wait.
yeah.
All right, you are on the bus sitting next to a stranger who confessed to not knowing any Beyonce songs. What is the first song you play to lock them in?
Ooh, the first song. Um, I don't know much about algebra, but I know 1 plus 1 equals 2. And it's me and you. That's all we have when the world is through. 'Cause baby, we ain't got nothing but love. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Brienne, girl, let's go ahead and talk about you, girl, because I have been waiting. I have been waiting to just get to know you a lot more. I know you because you went to fam and
Mhm.
I know you in passing, I know you by association, but to actually
Right.
sit down and not only talk about you, but talk about, your the music side of you and how Brianne Johara came about. Tell me about, the first time you were introduced to music and that time that made you be like, oh wait, I like this. I like this a lot.
hmm Um, well, I think the first time I grew up in a very musical family.
Hmm.
My mom sings and she dances, she acts. She's the reason why I grew up in musical theater, and my dad is a musician, so it was just a very musical household.
Hmm.
So I think I was just always around that, always around music. But I think it was just something that it wasn't like something I had to be introduced to. It was like
Hmm.
always a part of where I was and who I was. So it wasn't like I don't know. It was like normal. Like I had
Yeah.
to be introduced to other people to be like, oh, this is not what everybody does.
Yeah.
You get it? So but I think when I realized like what I wanted to do like in life was actually sing, dance, and act, be a performing artist was when I went to in sixth grade. I went to I think it was at the Broward Performing Arts Center, and I saw Wicked, the musical Wicked, for the first time. And my I my mind was blown. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. This
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. So from there, like, did it become I want to be, I want to, or has it ever been, or has it always been, you want to make sure that you're not make sure, but you want to chase after, the musical theater aspiration, or is it like, I want to do musical theater, but I'm gonna do, this music stuff on the side, and whatever plays out, whatever, is it like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, so that's actually an interesting story. I always thought that it was just going to be musical theater. I never set out to be like, I'm going to be an artist, like a vocal artist,
Mm-hmm.
a vocalist, like where I'm just putting out music um until I went to fam. And
Mm-hmm.
so I kind of stepped in those waters because I was a music minor. I was in concert choir. And my best friends were in the music industry. So I was music industry majors. They were music industry majors. So I was always around them,
Yeah.
and they really, were on the producing side, and getting into the artist side. So I was like, oh, hmm,
Mm-hmm.
that's interesting. And one of my friends, Chrétien,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, do you like want to do a song? You want to make a song? And I was like, sure, like, sure. And so he was just like, okay, what do you want it to sound like? And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, Brandy. I want to sound like Brandy. And so we just went from there. And again, I was new to it. He wrote my song. I mean, I had a little parts in it, but he wrote the lyrics and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we went from there. And ever since then, I was like, oh, I think this is actually something I would want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and not just musical theater.
Yeah, I love that. I love. So what did that first song sound like? Give it to the people. Tell the people what that song sounded.
Um, okay. Explain to me what you need now. Now, pain can bring energy down, down. Glass breaks easily. You're mean to me. I mean to be there every time I try to be there for thee. It's not fair. And then you see right through me, me. What is meant to be, will be. Open up your eyes and see a queen. This is a good thing. This isn't a dream. Yeah, that's how it. That's the chord.
Yes, God, Brienne, you got it, girl.
Thank
You
you.
got you're so talented. Like your voice, it's just like how do you be doing? It's so effortless. You be doing the stuff so easily, and I'm like, girl, if I were to go back and repeat what you just did, girl, I'll be over here struggling, girl. You're so good. You're so good. How do you
Thank
make
you.
sure your craft isn't, stagnated? How do you keep it going? Because you're so good.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Because I don't always feel that way, but I
Um,
really appreciate that. I think again, it's just always been around me. And
mhm,
so it's just natural for me to keep singing, no
mhm,
matter if that's in church, or if I'm having my own little worship session,
mhm,
or I'm singing at a gig with friends or whatever. I also have a vocal coach that I go to when um, I'm not going consistently anymore, but whenever I have like an audition or something like that, I make sure I go to her. And yeah, so I think that it's very important to just because you can, people say you're good at something doesn't mean that you don't have to keep working on it.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's very important to invest in your gift.
Hmm.
Um, and just because it's a gift doesn't mean that it can't be, tuned and fined. And um, yeah, I invest in my gifts.
Tell me about, the work or the experience that you had before FAMU, or did you have any, acting experience before FAMU? And tell me about that and, what you gathered from that and how you still apply it to this day.
Yeah, it's good. So I really got into acting my seventh grade year.
Hmm.
Um, and actually my mom was ended up being my teacher. I went to Norland Middle School.
Hmm.
And she was the drama magnet teacher there. So it was a little bit weird, but she's a great teacher. Um, she's great at what she does. And she's not only a teacher, she is like a film producer, she's an acting coach, she's an actress herself. She's in, different movies and shows and stuff like that. So I learned a lot from her. But I think, and then I matriculated over to New World School of the Arts, where that was a school that you had to audition to get into. And my focus was musical theater. And so I had a lot of training between, I think, the years of my seventh grade year to my 12th grade year. It was
Hmm.
just really training in musical theater, all things musical theater, which is, of course, acting, singing, and dancing, and individual coaching on all three of those things.
Yeah.
And I actually had the opportunity to work with Terrell McCraney, who is a world-renowned playwright.
Yeah.
He his movie Moonlight was the what's it called? Um,
He got an
Best
Oscar for it.
Picture,
Yeah, Best
Best
Picture. Yeah.
Picture at the Oscars, and he ended up becoming my mentor. His his program that he had back in the day when I was like 15, 16, and he would personally help me with different monologues and scenes and stuff like that. And so shout out to him.
No,
uh
for real. Shout out to him.
and recently, actually, I just had an acting job where he's actually a producer on this short film, and my mother as well. um I can't say too much about it,
Hmm.
but it was a really cool experience being on set. And just that was the first time I've been like on a movie set like that.
Hmm.
My mother and my sister have done that, but it was the first time I was doing that. um I've been on their sets, but for myself to be acting and to be doing like
Right.
it was just a really different experience. And I learned a lot. uh
What's one of the
it's a
things
lot
that you
of
learned from that experience?
well, it's a lot of hurry up and wait.
What
um
do you mean by that?
because like, let's say like your your set call time is at like 3 o'clock, so you go at 3 o'clock, and sometimes you might not get to film your scene until like 7 or 8. It's like
Um,
it's
it's like
it's
we need you at this time, but we need you
yes,
to be ready. Just be ready when
yes,
we call
for
you, girl.
getting costume, makeup, all that stuff or whatever. But you never know actually what time you're
Yeah.
supposed to be there. And so I think that just teaches me that just to always be ready. Get ready so
Hmm.
you have to be ready so you have to get ready, or
Hmm.
stay ready so you have to get ready. Whatever that
I get
saying
what you're
is.
saying, girl.
You know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um yeah, so I think that was really, really, really cool experience. And I've just grown up again around all things performing arts, a lot of actors, because my mom is an acting teacher. A lot of her students are now on Broadway or on shows and stuff like that. And um, I'm steadily learning from the people around me and my friends and yeah, stuff like that. So I'm
Yeah.
really grateful for that.
Family put you in charge of a cookout playlist this year. What is the first song you play to let them know you mean business?
Um, I think that this is just one of my favorite songs.
Hmm.
Um, we gonna run up tonight, Black Lives. Space just fine. Unapologetically run up tonight, run up tonight. We didn't come tonight. But you Caesar, but you go far, but you love me, but you me God. And specifically the Wetter remix.
I was about to say because you slowed it down a little bit. I was like, that's the remix, baby. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the remix. Yeah.
I feel like that's a good song to play for the family because it's not too upbeat. And then because
Mhm.
the actual song, it's a little different, girl.
Yeah.
The older people they be like, girl, what is this new school stuff? But I feel like now that you slowed it down, they be like, okay, now wait a minute, breathe, hold up, hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
The aunties
yeah.
gonna be in the
It's so
kitchen when they
groovy. Yeah.
cut. Yeah,
It's
that's
a
a
great
good one. That's a good one. You and your friends are on a road trip and everyone is getting a little bit sleepy. What song do you play to wake them up?
song. Wake up, wake up. Uh I don't really know the words to this.
Come on now,
um it goes like no more FOMO some days. Take a little more effort for me to stay awake. What's the point? With all my friends around and about. It's very upbeat and loud and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's titled FOMO, Fear of Missing Out. It's really fun.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well, you sound great singing it, baby.
Thank
You
you.
sound great. Okay, you're trying to explain to someone that your music taste is not ordinary. What song are you playing to prove your point?
I immediately think of Brandy
Mhm.
because people don't give her enough
Her,
credit.
they don't. Let's talk about it.
People
Let's.
don't give her enough credit, but she's everything.
Mhm.
And they don't know that a lot of their favorite artists, they listen to Brandy.
She's the
So
vocal doctor for a reason, babes.
I think the song that just immediately came to my head for some reason is should I go? Should I stay? I'm in control. Either way, should I go? Should I stay? I'm in control. Either way. And it's like a lot of background.
Yeah,
Uh, uh.
yeah,
I'm just a fan. I'm a huge
yeah.
fan, and because of her, I put a lot of time into my backgrounds.
I was just
I
about to
think
talk about that.
really,
Yeah, I was gonna segue, comparing, well, not comparing, but asking, how much of Brandy influences what you do. And yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, shout out to her. What a queen. Um, I I really grew up listening to her because my mom was such a fan of
Hmm.
her. And so, just being in the car listening to Brandy all the time, um, all her albums, but especially Full Moon
Hmm.
and Human. And I think um her style is very really ingrained in what I do just because of how much I was listening to her. And
Hmm.
when I listen to things, I have to listen to them a lot, like a plethora of times to even really listen to the words, because at first I'm listening to the music. I'm listening
Yeah.
to the melody, I'm listening to the backgrounds and the harmonies and stuff like that. And so um for me to actually know what the song is talking about, I have to listen to it a lot of times. So I say that to say that I really studied her just by listening to her a lot.
Mm.
And so I think that she is a huge influence on how I sound and what I do in my songs. Again, I put a lot of emphasis on my backgrounds. I think they're very important. And that's just me, but
Yeah.
I am a sucker for backgrounds and I love arranging and stuff like that. And just the dynamics of in her choices
Yeah.
with her runs and with just what she chose to do with her voice. She has that like airy tone sometimes, and but she can belt you if you want her
Hmm.
to. And so yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
so is that something that you listen for in music? Because I've noticed that with creators, what we listen for and what we listen for when we're creating is two different things. So is that something that you listen for or listen to or your ear naturally goes to when you're just randomly listening to music? Would it be the backgrounds?
um I don't think that I necessarily like listen for it in a sense that it's like I won't like the song if you don't have it.
Hmm.
I can still appreciate you know different types of music and what everybody brings to the table because no one is the same. And
Hmm.
so I definitely pull from everybody, but just for me, that's what I really enjoy. But if you have it, I'm gonna notice it
Yeah.
immediately. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
or yes,
So what's
sir.
your favorite Brandy song? I know it's a hard one.
My favorite Brandy song. Hmm. I think it would have to be Camouflage,
Mm.
off the Human album.
Hmm.
Um, just because I love the song, of course, but I love the meaning of the song and what she's saying, and that I'm not gonna camouflage myself for love and try to be
Yeah.
whatever you want me to be. I'm gonna be myself, and whoever's gonna love me is gonna love me.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautifully written song, and just of course the backgrounds go crazy, and the melody is fire, and it's such a pretty song. Like I like
Hmm.
pretty like flowy songs, and that's what that is. I want camouflage for love, for love. I want camouflage for love, for love. I want camouflage. I need a lot of improvement. Only halfway to destiny. But I'm a train that's moving. And every day I'm picking up speed. And God knows you ain't perfect. So who are you to put pressure on me? Cause I'm still searching for somebody to love me with. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot higher than it's supposed to be, but
But no, you sound good, babes. You
thank
sound
you.
good. You sound good. So let's talk about your latest single. We Are Not Divine, and it's just so good. I've listened to it so many times. So let's talk about that and how did that come about? What made you want to put that out?
Well, I'm actually in the process of releasing a full project, like an EP.
Hallelujah.
So that is the first single off of it that I
Yeah.
chose to release. Um, but Weird on Divine specifically, I wrote the whole thing in like maybe like an hour. It came like
Ah.
really fast. I was just in the car and I was just, in my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was like years ago. I wrote it
Mm-hmm.
like a year and a half ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm basically talking about is, how, you were in a relationship or whatever, and you thought that that was what you thought that was endgame. You
Yeah.
thought that this was the person that God had for you, and all that stuff. But sign after sign after sign after sign, it's like, oh no, I want it to be it, but it's not
But
it.
it's
This is
not.
not it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're not divine means, meaning like God has not divinely put us together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that's just, it was also kind of a reminder to me, like, because when I was writing the song, it's like, you already know this is not the person for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, don't go back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it really just came as a reminder, I think,
Mm-hmm. So
to myself.
you wrote it years ago. You put it out recently. Was it like one of those, I'm purposely saving this, keeping this in the bank, or just, was it just not, the right time for you to, record and put it out then at the time you wrote it?
Um, well, one, I just think it was the process of like recording a song and putting it out takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because again, I wrote it like almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. But I don't think that I was purposely like trying to hold on to it. In fact, I
Got
knew
you.
like, oh, I want to release this. Like, I really like this song. It's something that, you know, just, I don't know, makes a lot of sense to where I am
Mm-hmm.
right now. And so, but it wasn't at first the song I thought I was going to put out, the first single.
Got you.
So I ended up just having so much fun with that I think that was the first one that was like finished.
Yeah.
Well, one of the first ones that were finished. And but it was just so fun, like with all the backgrounds and stuff like that. I had so much fun and I was like, I think I want to share this one. Over time, I've been building my castle of love. Mm, just for two. Though you never knew you were my reason.
Ah!
Yeah, I was singing that song, Overjoyed.
Ah, by Steve. That's Stevie, right?
Yep,
Yes, that's
Steve
Stevie.
Wonder.
That's Stevie, my God. Okay, so let's we're almost done. Almost out of your hair. I just got a couple more questions for you. Let's talk about creative block. I love asking this question to
Mm,
my artists because I often get some similar answers, but also some different ones. But let's talk about creative block. Have you ever experienced it? And if you have, what got you out of that block?
mm. When it comes to writing, I have that sometimes. Also, I think with backgrounds, even sometimes I'm like, what do I put here to still be intentional and be true to the song? I think that what I do is sometimes I have to leave it alone, and that's
Yeah,
okay. Sometimes I really feel like and this is just me, God guides me through everything.
yeah.
And so sometimes when I'm not able to finish something, I'm not meant to finish it right now because
Hmm.
I'm meant to experience something maybe a few days from now
Hmm.
that's going to make it click like, oh, I'm going to use that to
Yeah,
finish this,
yeah.
and so I've of course it was frustrating. I mean, it is frustrating, of course, but and at first I would be really frustrated and be like, oh my gosh, I'm just not good. I just can't think of anything or whatever. And it's
Mhm.
just like, relax, relax. Maybe you just need to step away for a few days, or
Yeah.
even if it's for a few minutes. And sometimes that's your body's way of telling you you need to rest.
Yes.
Um, you're not gonna get the flow of creativity if you don't allow yourself to rest and
Mhm.
don't feel bad about needing to rest. You know, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so tell the people what you have coming up. I know you said you're working on this project
NEP,
coming
yeah.
up. You have your EP coming up. So, tell us what we can expect from the EP. Tell us if you have anything else coming up. Fill us in. Plug yourself in, sister.
Okay, yeah. So I am basically wrapping up the final details of the recording process of the EP.
Hmm.
I'm pretty much done, and then it will go ahead and go into the production phase.
Hmm.
And this EP is really like an evolution of who I am or who I've become over the last few years. Because the first track, um, it's called Nija, and it is actually I started writing that song in 2019.
Hmm.
And so from 2019 to who I am today, December, what is it, 12th, 11th?
Well,
December
11,
11th, I think it's 11th.
11.
December 11th, 2023, I am not even the same person. And
Yeah.
so I was like, but I don't want to throw away, the things that
Hmm.
I've had just because I'm a different person. And so I kind of wanted to take the people on this journey of who I
Who
was
I
and who I
was.
am now,
Wow.
and just the journey in that story. And I think it's a wonderful story. Um, because it's like the evolution of uh, my love life, evolution of my spiritual maturities, my evolution of me just as a person and my character. And I think that it is so important to be vulnerable and let people in, because people kind of think that I'm just this finished product and I am
Yeah.
not. And I even end the EP, the project, with a song that kind of says that I'm not finished.
Yeah.
I'm an unfinished product. God is still working on me. I'm still learning. He's still teaching me, and I accept His grace to do that. And yeah, I think it's important to not present myself as this just I got it all together, because I don't, and I won't until I die, literally. So
And that's on period. Yeah, I feel like that's amazing. I think, like I said, girl, keep going because I'm excited for this story. And I really think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's the theater in you. As
you know
thespians,
what?
as
You're probably
actors,
right.
we love the story. We love
Yeah,
even if it's like a side character, we always have to find
yeah.
the story of that character. So I love that. And I don't even think you realize that you kind of like compared or you're combining the two, but you're telling a story. And even if it's like you said, you want us to know that this is a story in 2019. So putting that out and keeping us going through the story of you today. I love that. I love that. I love that concept. So yeah, keep going,
Thank
sister.
you. I didn't realize that until you just
Mhm.
said that, but yeah, I think that is a theater to me, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
thank you.
no problem, no problem, no problem. So look, give us a little bit of We're Not Divine because I realized we didn't hear that from you a little bit, sister. So give us a little bit
Okay.
of We're Not Divine and we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out your hair.
So much to say, but where do I start? I figure by now you'd be out of my heart. You know I always tell you don't look at me like that. I've come too far to go right back. When you come around, I fall apart.
Mm,
Scars open up, I'm back to the start. It's like a one reopens. Why is that? I've come too far to go off track. It feels like two steps forward, three steps behind us. I'm running this race that's never gonna be won. No, I wanna. Sometimes I just wanna rewind. We both know it wasn't in time. To be honest, I wanna do over sometimes, but we're not. No, we're not divine.
Give it up for BRIANNE Johari. Yes, God. Yes, God. Tell the people where they can find you. Plug yourself in on social media. Where can they find you if you got a YouTube channel, all that good stuff.
Yes, I actually do have a YouTube channel. It's everything YouTube, TikTok, Instagram is BRIANNE Johari. So that's BRIANNE JOHARI. Forgot how to spell my own name. But yeah, that's again is BRIANNE JOHARI, and that's on all social media platforms.
Period. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming. I had a blast.
Thank
I had a blast.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much
No
for
problem.
having me. Like seriously, I
No
really
problem.
admire what you're doing.
Thank you.
No, for real, for real. I think it takes a lot of courage, of course, but it takes a lot of um time and investment. Um, so I think that yeah, you're doing a great job and keep
Thank you.
going.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
I
really
appreciate
excited
it.
to see where this takes you. I really am
Thank
because I really
you.
feel
Thank you.
like this is gonna take you somewhere. This is gonna take you
Thank you.
somewhere like big. So
Thank you. I received that. I thank you so much. Thank you.
yeah.
I'm excited for you too, sis. I can't wait to look. I can't wait to be on the red carpet. Brianne, let me interview
Yes.
you real quick,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
golly.
Yes.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't
Speaking
wait.
it.
But listen, again, thank you so much for being here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. Please make sure you turn on the post notification bell to get notified for more beautiful videos just like this one. And as always, baby, I will see you on the next.
I feel so good. I feel so good. I feel so good. I feel